We are live and ready for season 2 of
Football!
What in the blue balls is that? Something to explain?
No, I'm just happy the thing's back.
Yep, we are back here for season 2. Chester's on the way. Hopefully, Kristen, one of our, Kristen Durant, that is, will hopefully be here within the next half hour. Hope everybody is doing well here this evening. And
Mm.
we are going to get started with hey, get in here, Mr. Martin, if you can. Well, I'm not making you that for a second. Anyway, there's our Brandon Martin, which, by the way, he will be here whenever he can because of college. So if
Yeah.
you see him on the episodes, that is why. But best of luck to him on that one. And so, without further ado, Victor, please explain the news that has happened in the past week.
Okay. So before I get into actually what I have written down right here, I do want to go over kind of the big story, which it will relate to the first thing I'm going to be talking about, but as might as well discuss why I chose this first one to start it off with. Because if you didn't see the game on Monday night between the Buffalo Bills and New York Jets at MetLife Stadium, it was supposed to be this big event for Aaron Rodgers to make his debut with the New York Jets, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they went all out. They went all the stops. He went out with this big entrance holding the American flag. It was this patriotic kind of thing, and they were like literally the entire stadium went crazy. There was green lights everywhere. If you saw the telecast, they
Mm-hmm.
went absolutely insane. And then once the game got going, 4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers gets his Achilles torn.
Yep.
Within only 4 plays of the game.
Mm-hmm.
4 plays, and he's already out for the season.
Yep.
Out completely. We didn't know that till the next day, but he's out for the entire season.
Yep.
It's the biggest thing going on right now. And it's just absolutely insane to me. I mean, I guess I'll go over my thoughts on the whole game later, but I decided to start with that because it connects to my first article that I have right here from ESPN.com. Because
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers has now made his first public statements since his season
I
ending
actually,
injury.
I actually can read it right here if you want me to.
Well, then go ahead. I didn't know
Uh,
you had the article right there. So,
well, not the article. I have the Instagram post from Aaron
oh, I mean,
Rodgers.
I still have the article up here too.
Um, I'll just read the Instagram post here.
Okay.
This is a call from Aaron Rodgers. Thank you to every person that has reached out, called, texted, DM, connected to a friend, etc. It has meant a ton to me, and I'll try to get back to all of you soon. Uh, I'm completely heartbroken and moving throughout all of the emotions, but deeply touched and humbled by the support and love. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I begin the healing process today. The night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise again. Proud of me, guys. Want to know a little checks emoji there. So,
Yeah, and there's other things that the article points out as well that this Instagram post doesn't exactly obviously doesn't talk about, which this is the next paragraph after the statement in the ESPN article. Quote, Rogers' comments came shortly after Jets coach Robert Saley. Oh, whoa. Oh,
it's question back here.
the after the Jets coach Robert Saley and owner Woody Johnson both indicated they expect the four-time MVP to return in 2024. Now, Me personally, I don't know if that's going to happen. Me personally,
Mm,
and I mean, I suspected last year that he should have probably retired, honestly,
mhm.
and then this happens.
Yeah,
So I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen with that. So
Kristen, what's your thoughts about this Aaron Rodgers situation? You think his career is done?
Yeah. Hey, sorry about coming on late. I was in the middle of
by
setting
the
up.
way, it's nice to meet you. I'm Victor.
Oh,
I'm the other
hey,
guy.
nice to meet you too. Yeah, I was busy setting up my chime. I start my new job Friday, and it's a factory job so due to a direct deposit. So I had to set up my chime so that they could give me money
Okay,
for direct deposit, if that makes sense.
all right. And that's my question. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers? Is he done for the season? I mean,
He
his
is
career.
done for the season. That's a fact.
His career. His
Oh
career.
yeah, no, uh,
His career.
he's 100% done for the season. I don't see him.
No, I meant for his career.
For his career, because it's confirmed he's done for the season.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't see him really doing anything else. To be honest, like, and then this is another thing. Like I've said this before. I mean, what else does he really have to prove at this point? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I agree with
his,
that.
his time with the Packers is legendary. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's almost as legendary as Peyton Manning's run with the Colts or Antonio Gates' run with the Chargers. Like,
or Brady with the Patriots. As much as I
right.
don't like Brady.
At least Brady with the fucking years actually
Oh,
stayed
and
healthy.
yeah, I bring up Antonio Gates a lot when it comes to the Chargers because that man did something I have never seen any other football player do before in my lifetime. That man didn't come out of retirement once. He came out of retirement twice just to play for the Chargers. They needed him. And a lot of people don't do that. He did it twice. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, I knew something bad was gonna happen to Aaron Rodgers. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be different game or if it was like down the road this season, I wouldn't be surprised. But I was kind of shocked it happened on the first game.
In
But
4 plays.
four
Four
games.
plays into the game.
Oh, I think they're like this. Hold on a minute.
Zaslav! Oh, fuck, you're already. David Zaslav, the guy who's killing Warner. Jesus.
Yep.
I hope one day that my personal favorite football team, the Indianapolis Colts, finally just go to one more Super Bowl. That's all I ask for. Just one day. Can we just have that one day, please? Just
probably will happen. I don't know how long, but probably will happen.
I mean, it's gonna be a while, but like, I just want it to happen. I feel like they, you know what I mean. I feel like they kind of earn it. Also, we have a special guest here.
Okay. If only Jerome was here in the chat, he would like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, he would.
But anyway, what other news do we have, Victor?
Okay, I have two others here as well. This next one involves one of two teams I mostly follow, the New York Giants, and their disastrous loss. Why? No, that's on opposite day. That's on fucking opposite day. Their blowout that happened on Sunday night. So pretty much, this involves Micah Parsons ripping on the Giants for not pulling Daniel Jones in their blowout loss. Micah Parsons has joined the course of observers confused as to why Daniel Jones wasn't pulled for his own protection from the Giants' historic season-opening loss to the Cowboys. With Parsons leading the charge, Dallas sacked Jones 7 times and constantly pressured the New York quarterback in Sunday night's 40-0 blowout. But despite the lopsided score and their inability to handle the Cowboys' pass rush, the Giants have kept Jones in the game until their final possession, a decision that drew widespread criticism. It's called protecting your guy, something I thought the Giants should have done, Parsons said Tuesday on his The Edge with Micah Parsons podcast. I don't think Daniel Jones should have been in that game in the fourth quarter. I thought that they should have protected him and pulled him out. Barring injury, their season would be over without Daniel Jones.
See, I don't.
Jones struggled in his first regular season game since signing a 4-year, $160 million deal in March. He completed just 15 of 28 passes and had 2 passes intercepted while being harassed throughout by the Cowboys, who pressured Jones on 55% of his 42 dropbacks.
I don't know why they didn't do that either. Like, I mean,
especially considering it was raining like fucking hell on Sunday.
The point is, you want to protect one of your top guys. I mean, you don't want them getting injured because that's not good. I mean, that'd be.
Did my phone go? Oh, hold on.
You're fine. Continue.
Use this as an example, okay? When the man was still alive, that'd be like, let's say Kobe Bryant in his beginning year of basketball. It'd be like putting him out on the field with a busted elbow. Like, it wouldn't, it made no sense for them to do that. But man, 40-0. I was in Iowa for a fair when that game was going on, and I was watching the game on my phone, and because I have the NFL Network on my phone, and I was sitting there watching that, and I was like, holy crap. So I haven't seen that in like years, like 40-0 was just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I was like just dead sitting there going, holy shit, type of thing.
Yeah, a shutout on the first game of the season for the Cowboys, but be patient, people, because the Cowboys and they can have that franchise.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, I mean, so it seems to me that definitely got some potential this year, though, for sure. 100%. And then, should we talk about the most recent game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the
let me take a look at that for you. Chiefs.
I know that game ended with a 21-20, and it was a really good game, and I enjoyed it.
It was the Lions. 1 point difference, 21-20 Lions. Yep.
Yeah, that was a really good game. That was I sat through and watched the whole thing. I was really hoping for the Kansas City Chiefs to pull through and get a victory, but the Lions by 1 point did it. And I gotta say that was a really enjoyable game. I've enjoyed some football games this year. There hasn't been too many that I've sat through to really, really enjoy, but that was one of them. And I really did enjoy it. Like, the Lions pulling the upset victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people wanted the Kansas City Chiefs to win, so the Lions, they've been able to pull up that upsetting victory, and the game was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it came down to that last second, and then 21-20, and Lions ended up getting the victory. I don't know. What was your thoughts on that game, personally?
Well, I was watching it on NFL Network because, on NFL Network, they had the highlights of the games, throughout the day. It was I was shocked that the Lions actually won that game versus the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is one of the great quarterbacks in this, generation of football here, Super Bowl reigning champion. But about the Lions, they can be an interesting team this season because a friend of mine actually said the Lions could be an underdog story, or they're an underdog team. So who knows? Tony, Joyous Tony, the Lions MVP of the game. But that's all basically I have to say about it. Now let's go to since Victor's not here right now, I might as well talk about the Tom Brady ceremony that happened, during the halftime of the game between the Patriots and the Eagles. All I gotta say is that was a great halftime ceremony honoring Tom Brady. It was
100%.
seeing that they're gonna honor him more on June 12th.
All right, sorry, I had to take a phone call. I had to take an urgent phone call. All right, what are we talking about?
I was Christian here was talking about the Chiefs Lions game.
Kadarius Toney, the MVP.
But while we were gone, I was talking about the Brady ceremony, so you don't have to talk about it.
No,
but there's one issue I had with it though. I think they should have honored him just a little bit more before the game, but that's just my personal.
They honored him during the game.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. I feel like halftime wasn't honorable enough for him. I feel like it should have been in the beginning of the game too, and then during halftime have another ceremony for him. You know what I mean? Because Tom Brady is Tom Brady. You know, he deserves more than just halftime.
But that's why they're gonna honor him more on June 12th next year at Foxborough Stadium. So who knows how that is gonna go? Of course, I think they did it this way in my view because Gronk works at Fox, same with Elmer and all that stuff.
Yeah, so, Gronk just moved to Fox. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so he probably
and Brady's gonna go to Fox next year.
Yeah, so with Gronk, I mean he was a big part of Brady's career. So with him working at Fox, same with Elman, and I think that's the reason why they couldn't be there to honor them more. And that's why they had to do it at halftime. So I think that is why they did it that way.
So because of the other's commitment to Fox, that's why.
Yeah. I believe that is.
Before we continue on, I apologize for that loud thing in the background. That sounds like a refrigerator. That's my air conditioning. So,
it sounded like a fan to me, actually.
Yeah, it's my air conditioning that's in the corner of the living room. So I'm sorry for that.
So yeah, Jesus. He's like, you know what? You could. Bill Belichick's like, no, come in. Just do a guest quarterback because we suck right now.
Guest quarterback. Well,
guest quarterback. That's a new gimmick the NFL could do.
And people are saying, "Oh, the Jets. They need to come. They need to call Tom Brady right now." Just like, get out of here with that crap.
Come on, he's done.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's done enough. The man's already Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, like I said, he doesn't really have anything. He doesn't have anything else to prove. I mean, at this point, the only thing that, in order for him to prove anything else, they would have to literally make a football ring and trophy out of fucking gold and just say, hey, next game you enter this, you get to win this, and then he's like. They literally have to do it at this point for Tom Brady to prove anything else. Because at this point, I mean, what does the man really else have to prove? I mean, he's already Hall of Fame worthy. He's done a lot in his career. I mean, dude's done. Let him retire. Let him be peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to be working at Fox, so just leave him alone for that.
Yeah, I would be interested to see how he is as a commentator against probably Kevin Bernhardt, I would assume. I'm assuming Greg Olson's going to get the boot. So
or Joe Davis as well.
Maybe.
But anyway,
he's here now.
Yeah, how many things? Chester has been in his resuming, so there he is. Victor, you have anything to say to Chester here as with the Giants Cowboys?
No. I do not.
Chester, your thoughts on that game?
I'll get to it, trust me.
I'm just shocked. I was like, when I first turned on the game and all that stuff was happening, I was like,
yeah.
Usually Dallas doesn't win that margin often.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Any other news you have? Or
okay, I have one more. More here. The NFL is to expand practice squads for all 32 teams to include one international player starting in 2024 from NFL.com. The National Football League has announced the expansion of the practice squad for all 32 clubs beginning in 2024 to include one international player, helping to create more opportunities for talented athletes from around the world to be identified and developed in the game of football. Since 2017, select divisions have allocated international players as part of the NFL's International Player Pathway Program. Between the program's launch in 2017 and 2022, one division participated every year. This year, two divisions, the AFC West and the NFC North, are participating in the initiative, with 8 players from the program being allocated to NFL clubs. 37 international players have signed with NFL teams, allocated, drafted, or signed as a free agent since the program's inception. There are currently 19 IPB athletes on NFL rosters, with 5 players being made teams' active rosters. Jordan I'm bad with names. Apologies in advance. Jordan Mailata, Australia, Philadelphia Eagles. Efe Obada, UK, Washington Commanders. Jacob Johnson, Germany, Las Vegas Raiders. Samis Reyes, Chile, Washington Commanders. And David Bada, Germany, Washington Commanders. Those international players, scouted globally as part of NFL's long-term football development efforts, were eligible for an international player practice squad exemption, granting the participating teams an extra practice squad member. Beginning in 2024, the practice squad will expand to 17 players for all 32 clubs if one player is a qualifying international player. For the purpose of the initiative, a qualifying international player is a person whose citizenship and principal place of residence are outside the United States and Canada, and who have a maximum of 2 years of United States high school experience. In addition, an international player must satisfy all NFL player eligibility rules and have been eligible for a prior NFL draft. Clubs may choose to sign players identified through the NFL's International Player Pathway Program, or can choose to independently scout for international talent. Shohei Ohtani. You sure he would actually throw footballs as well as he swings baseballs?
He's not going to be Bo Jackson as well, okay? That's not going to happen.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to get some water. Give me 1 second.
That's fine. Because I'm going to go over the recap of this past week.
Oh boy, here we go.
So this past Thursday, which I thought it was going to be on Prime at first, but I guess
no, it was on NBC. It's always the first game's on NBC, not on Prime. Tomorrow we have to deal with stupid Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime.
We have Lions being over the Chiefs 21-20, and now we go to the Sunday games. Browns winning 24-3 over the Cincinnati Bengals.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I'll stop you here for a second. How is Joe Burrow, who is now the highest paid player in the NFL's history, lose a game like that?
Like people say about the Padres and Mets, money doesn't buy you happiness.
That's true.
Ravens 25 to 9 Texans. Buccaneers 20 over the Vikings 17.
Jesus, that's embarrassing for the Vikings. That's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Falcons 24 over the Panthers 10. Commanders 20 over the Cardinals 16. The Jaguars 31 over the Colts 21. 49ers, who are a pretty deep team, 30 over the Steelers 7.
Wow. It's almost like after with the Steelers, they had the most embarrassing loss until the Giants came around.
The Saints 16 over the Titans 15.
Kirk Cousins is a bum.
Raiders 17 over the Broncos 16. Eagles 25 over the Patriots 20. Almost. Rams 30 over the Seahawks 13. Dolphins 36 over the Chargers.
That was
34.
actually a really crazy end of the game right there
Yes,
with the
it was.
Dolphins.
Yeah, it was. Packers 38 over the Bears 20.
Some music coming from.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. Did I already say the Packers? Okay.
Yeah, you said the Packers.
Okay. 38 over the Bears 20. Cowboys 40 over the Giants, nothing. Now,
All right.
happy
Okay,
for that.
I need to talk because as a Giants fan, we need to talk. We need to talk
You
because
you have a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Fucking hell. This
No 2-minute warning for you to discuss about before I get back into that.
yeah 2-minute warning. But the whole thing, I thought we were going to kick the Cowboys' ass. I thought this was going to be an obvious game. We were going to kick their asses. Cowboys, one of the most overrated teams in the NFL. It felt like it was going to be a simple game, especially considering our momentum last year. It was very good. What the fuck happened on Sunday night? First off, the rain was horrible. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're still playing the game when it's raining that hard?
That's what they're supposed to do. Sorry.
Second, I personally feel that, like, the O-line was the biggest problem. The O-line was a fucking joke. It's not just Daniel Jones. It's the entire O-line.
Both
it was
stink.
embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Daniel and Matt Jones stink. Both Jones.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was just like they didn't even try. They were in freaking slow motion the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's almost like they didn't care. It's like they just half-assed it.
And now we have the Jets 22 over the Bills 16. That is the most watched Monday Night Football game ever. Like, that was hyped for so long. And
I have to check the ratings of Monday Night Football on Monday. I have to see the ratings to see if it did. It shattered the viewership. It was the highest rated Monday Night Football. It drew 22.6 million viewers across ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, even like ESPN Plus and NFL Plus. It did very well.
Yep. Now we go over the schedule for week number 2. We have tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We have the Vikings.
Thursday Night Football, the worst show in television history because Amazon, they always get the shitty games. Will this be for this second season of Thursday Night Football? Will it be the same? I don't know. We have to wait to find out.
We're gonna have to wait and find out.
Please, just don't put Al Michaels to sleep, Amazon.
We have the Ravens Bengals here on 1 o'clock. These are the 1 o'clock games. Seahawks and Lions. Colts, Texans, Bears, Buccaneers, Chiefs, Jaguars, Packers, Falcons, Raiders, which is Tom Brady. He parts own of.
He owns what? What team he owns?
The Raiders. He's like
somewhat
owner, not the owner, but like
he's part of this collective that owns it.
I think so. We may have to do more research on that one. And the Bills. Chargers.
That'll be easy game for the Bills. If they lose to the fucking Raiders, are going to be even more embarrassed than last week. Ugh.
Chargers, Titans. Here's how the 4 o'clock games now. Starting with this 2 4-5 games. 49ers and Rams. Giants, Cardinals. Now for the 4:25 games. Jets, Cowboys. And Commanders, Broncos. And for the Sunday night football, Dolphins Patriots. I don't know why they have 2 football games on Monday night, but I
Oh
guess
yes, because here's the thing. The one at 7 is going to be on ESPN, and the one at around 8:15 is going to be on ABC. The ABC one is apparently the main Monday Night Football game. Apparently, that's the
I
one
think
that Buck and Aikman are going to be calling. So
I'm definitely gonna be watching Thursday night for sure though. Stack games. I hope my Colts can pull off that victory though for sure.
Saints over Pat.
there goes our content ID. There goes the content ID system.
I don't know. Wait, who's that coming from?
YouTube's
Yep, it's
trying
from
to
Kristen.
kill
Oh,
us.
anyway, yeah, see, Saints Panthers and Browns Steelers. Saints and Panthers is for 7:15, and Browns and Steelers for 8:15. And that's the schedule. And before we close off, Victor, what do you think? Um, what is the game of the week for this week?
Now I'm going to have to look at my actual the actual schedule to see what is the game of the week, because it could go either way in terms of how it is, because it's so early in the season to really determine what's the biggest game or not.
Okay.
But I feel like in terms of one of the ones that's going to be really crucial is going to be the Jets and the Cowboys, because if Zach Wilson could get past the Cowboys, I know they're trying to replace him, but Zach Wilson really has to prove himself with that game. He really does. Another
Okay.
one, I also believe that the Vikings and the Eagles could go either way. I really do. I know Tyler's gonna say, "Oh, Kirk Cousins is gonna stink it up again tomorrow," but I do believe that the Vikings and the Eagles, it might be a good Thursday night football game for once in our lives. But yeah, and seeing, of course, we need to beat the Cardinals. The Giants need to, because absolutely we need to. But I feel like the biggest one, honestly, in terms of these, I don't know. I feel like in terms of how it's going to go here, I feel like it's going to have to be the Ravens and the Bengals. Maybe that's my guess.
All right. Chester, what do you think is the game of the week? Is he frozen?
Let's.
Oh.
Oh no! Yeah, there you go.
All right. Chester, what do you think is the game of the week?
The game of the week. So it's too early to tell. I think the Dolphins and the Patriots.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like my game of the week is going to be, in fact, the Bengals and the Bengals and the Vikings, right? That's what they're facing. Oh wait, no, idiot. Oh no, that was last idiot. Come on, the NFL schedule's making me have a stroke. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the Ravens and the Bengals. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a big thing with Lamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow. It's going. I think it's going to be the game of the week. I'm standing by that.
All right, Kristen, what do you think is the game of the week? Oh, try to if you're having problems, that's okay, but it's okay. But I'll say my answer here. I'm probably gonna say. It's actually a tricky one here. No, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna agree with Victor on this one, the Jets and the Cowboys, because
I hope they do.
because if the Jets, this is a must win for them, because after everything what happened, if Zach Wilson can possibly win this one, people might be looking at the Jets differently. Yes, they have a great defense.
Yes, they absolutely have a great defense. The defense is what won that game.
Yeah. So, even though people say, "Oh, the season is over for the Jets," there's still time.
It's the media. It's the media. What are you gonna do? It's the media.
there's still time. So, but and by the way, speaking of the Jets and the Bills, when I was looking on X, and I saw
the rebrand.
Kristen, if you go to the private chat, type in what is your game of the week, give it me. So what I was trying to say was, what I think, when I was working on X, during the third or fourth quarter, I think it was the fourth quarter.
All right, what's that?
When I saw, Madden 24 cover with Charlie Allen, I knew right away who was going to win that one at the end because of the Madden curse. So it turns out I was right. And
All right, you guys can hear me just fine, right?
Yeah. What is your
Okay.
game of the week before we sign off?
Oh darn!
If we're talking about game of the week, I definitely, because I was talking about it earlier, it's got to go to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Lions game this week. I was very impressed by both teams, and of course it ended.
Oh yeah, the Lions.
The 20-21, definitely for sure. I apologize for the microphone being muted for so long. By the way, my roommate had his speaker up pretty loud, and I just ended up deciding to leave the living room and coming in my room so I can unmute the mic.
You're good. All right. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you all next time. See ya.
Football. What?
Well, see y'all next week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That's our schedule for Wednesday. So, see ya.
7 p.m.
7:30.
No, 7:30. No. You know what? At least. Damn it.
Streamer, end the stream for goodness sake.
End the stream. End the stream.
Why is it taking so long?
It's lagging.
Like YouTube, for goodness sake. So,
at least they fixed that problem.
end this already.
Oh, no.
Right? Oh, geez, having trouble connecting. Oh, sure.